Yo, what's up, humans and bots alike? I am Ghangasrath, and welcome to whatever I'm going to put this on. So basically, this is a tutorial on how to use Vectr, which is a programming tool for the OSM, which is the open source microlight, V1 and V2. So here's the programmer. You just plug that into the USB on your laptop. Here's the OSM chip. You just plug the other end of the programmer into the micro USB port on the back of your microlight. And let's get started. Let me shrink a bit here. Let me shrink myself. Okay, I'm gonna make two modes, and then I'm gonna show you how to make the set, and then how to upload it. So Vectr has let me connect first. You gotta connect. And you can tell it's connected because your light will be doing fun stuff like that. Let me click on a thing, RGB right here. Oh, RGB. Okay, let me disconnect, and then refresh ports, connect again. And now it should flash RGB. That's not flashing RGB yet. There it is. Okay, there you go. So now it's flashing RGB. Let's make two modes. One on this mode, Vectr, and another one on primer. Both can use accelerometer features. So on Vectr, you have 3 thresholds, and you can play around with these. You can also mix them together. You can also play around with making a pattern and making... Well, you can play around with patterns and colors in both Vectr and in primer. So let's use a morph pattern. I'm going to change this so it's only one color. I'm going to make it green. And now we have a morph pattern with green, red, and blue. Then I'm going to change the morph strobe just as an example. So the morph strobe, first mode, first color, second color, third color, and whatnot, and just highlighting, like going around to the, scrolling to the thing is how you'll get, you know, it'll explain a little more about what each thing does. So I'm going to bring this back down to, I'm going to bring it down to 1. So it looks like that, red, and then blue like that, and green in the middle. So I'm going to name this sum. Okay, so the cool thing about the mode library on the side here is that there's some examples already, and you can always delete when you go into your files. Here at the end is that newest mode that I made called sum. Now I'm going to try to find one that I think I did on primer. Let's look at low power. Low power is, like, theoretically the most battery efficient mode that you can make. It's a strobe with default default strobing and gap, trigger or no Excel features, and one color, which is the dimmest red that you can visibly see. So you can always turn the let me go to low red strobe, which is a little brighter. You can always turn the feature on, like I've already shown you in my review video. If you haven't seen my review of the OSM2 microlight, definitely check that out. Examples of how to use velocity, pitch, roll, and flip as Excel features, as well as the thresholds with here. The thresholds are kind of fun to play with, so play around with them. Okay, now we're going to make a mode. Let's play around with colors now. You can change all these 6 to get the right color that you want. You're going to go with like a cyan, like not the brightest, like kind of a darker cyan, yeah, it's like that. And I'm going to give it another one, and I'm going to play around with the blank. I'm going to make it so that it's only 1.5 blank and have it strobe 1. You can also make it strobe like 125 and that looks crazy. That's great. It's great. I'm going to make it strobe 1. Oh yeah, strobing 0 is basically the same as a blank mode. Or, yeah, blank mode. I'm just going to go 1. Enter. Okay, perfect. So now that I got this, I'm going to shrink it back down to 1. Because that's the same thing anyway. I'm going to call this simple. And now I have sum and simple. Now I'm going to drag those to bundle 1. Keep in mind, you can have like choke modes with like choke features. In fact, like check it out, like 16 colors for one thing. And then with the accelerometer, you can make more. And then with vector mode, you got 3 of 16s. So, and then you also you can play around with the bundles. I suggest only using one bundle for battery life. And so I'm going to call this sum simple. Save firmware, and then let me drag my head on the side here so you can see it says firmware saved. I'm putting myself back up there. I'm going to click OK, and now I'm going to drag out Arduino. Let me see if I can, yeah, there it is. Okay. There you go. Okay, so you just gotta hit File, Open, and then it'll pull up a. Okay, let me see if I can find that too. Yep. So right now it has a folder open called Things. You just hit Firmware, Sum Simple right there, and then this file. Hit Open, and it'll open a new instance of Arduino with the file that you wanted. This one, Sum Simple. Now, here's what you don't do. You just click Upload with your light like this. Just watch it compile. This is it compiling. Example of what you don't do right here. You don't just click and leave it. I'll show you what's wrong after I explain the error thing. Okay, perfect. So it says an error occurred while uploading the sketch. If something happens and you don't know what you did wrong, click that, copy error messages, and then just open like an instance of Word or WordPad, and then just boop and like paste it on there so you can read what's going on. But I know what's going on for this, and it's the fact that it's still connected to Vectr. This took me way too long to realize, by the way. So just quickly DC from that, and then hit upload again on Arduino, and watch it work. So right now it's compiling still yet, now it's uploading. See, it's all like that. It's thinking, it's reading, it's writing. This means that it's done. So check out the two modes. This one that I made on Vectr, Sum, which is R, G, and B, right, with the Excel feature. And then the second mode is Simple, which is that cyan that I made with like one strobe pattern there. And you can just, this is just a 2-mode set right here. Turning it off is real simple. Just click and then just unplug, or unplug this one and then toss in the next one, hit upload again, and then just again and again until you get all 10 on whatever, get all 10 to whatever set that you want it at. Now, if you have anything that you think I should scroll through, or any light that you want me to review, just hit me up and send me an example. That'd be awesome. If you want the OSM2s, check them out. Like, you can buy them on Sell All the Lights. There's bound to be some people selling OSM2s or a programming cable if you lost yours. don't be afraid to just ask. Also, thank you for watching, keep chill, and shoots.